Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Alex here of Advice by Alex. I want to thank you for stopping by and giving me a listen to. Today is Sunday, April 26th, 2026. I want to thank you very much for stopping by. And if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the like button with the little bell for all the notifications of when I go live. And of course, whenever I upload a new video. And hopefully, overall, that you are doing well and everything of that nature. And hopefully, overall, that you are all doing absolutely fabulous. The lighting is terrible today. I do apologize about the lighting, but it is the best that I can do for right now, and everything like that. So, but yeah, so hopefully, overall, you are doing well and everything of that nature, and where you are having a wonderful weekend and a great day as well. And hopefully, it is absolutely fantastic for you as well. And today we're going to be doing the weekly angelic messages for the week of April 26th, 2026. And just a couple of announcements before we get into that as well. It is where if you have not gotten a chance to check out the special for the month of April, it is where there is that 30% off all readings. And if you would like to get a reading with me and a personalized reading, you can visit me on my website at Angel Soul Blessing 777 on Etsy. And that will be the place to be able to get a reading as well. Or if you ever want to pay in a different way, I have all the options listed in the description box below of how you can pay. Or if you are struggling right now as well and you are having a hard time affording a reading altogether and everything like that, as I know that times can be tough, it is where I will accept payment plans as well. So I won't do the reading until about half of the payment is paid. But it is where I do accept payment plans for that reading and everything like that. So depending on the price of the reading, so say you got, I believe it is the 30-minute reading for $30. It is where that would be broken up into 4 payments. So 13, whatever it is, divided by 30 would be the amount that would be paid, or however it is broken down into the installment amounts, and everything like that. But I will work with you to negotiate a good price for the payment. But yeah, so that is there. And if you have not submitted a question for the podcast, if you would like to do so, please do so in the link below the show's notes and everything like that. And that would also be greatly appreciated. And I don't know why not, because by submitting a question for the podcast, it is free. So I might as well take advantage of doing that as well. So yeah, so hopefully overall that you guys will take advantage of both of those. And then also I think that is it with the announcements, but let us get into the reading. And at this time, I ask that you have your feet firmly planted on the ground, have your heart wide open to be able to receive the angel messages that you're about to receive, light a candle as well, and then allowing yourself to open to be able to hear the angel messages for this week. And as I am giving you my speech, that is my sign to spirit that I am ready to work and everything like that. And yeah, so that is there. So without further ado, let's hop into the reading. Well, what we'll go ahead and do is we'll draw some cards, and then we'll go into a moment of silence, and then we'll go ahead and tune in and then deliver the messages and then get into the card portion. And everything of that nature. So, yeah. So, without further ado, let us go hop into that. And that is the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland is up first. So, while I shuffle, I will put my microphone down so that way I have both of my hands to be able to do that. All right. So, what does everybody need to know for the week of April 26th? 2026. What does everybody need to know? Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So at this time, we'll go ahead and take a moment of silence while I tune in, and then be able to connect with your energies. But let us go ahead before that. Let us go ahead and move our bodies a little bit, get relaxed, allowing ourselves to be open to receive the angel messages, and allowing ourselves to be grounded during the process of hearing them and everything like that. So at this time, let us close our eyes. And then we'll go ahead and take a deep breath in on the count of 3. And then breathe out on the count of 3 as well. So we'll go ahead and breathe in. 1, 2, 3. And breathe out. 3, 2, 1. And breathe in. And 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 3, 2, 1. And we'll go here with that moment of silence while I connect energetically to the week of April 26th. Alrighty, so right away when I'm tuning in to the energies that are around us for this week is one of the very first things that I heard was silence is golden, and everything like that. So I feel like what the angels are really wanting us to do is going within for this week is what I was really hearing as I was hearing more of a time of inner reflection. So, and I feel like a lot of us were in that moment of contemplation on a certain topic that we have been thinking about, and everything like that. So, and the more that we are able to go within, and the more that we are able to really just go about in the direction that we are wanting to go in is when the more that we are silent, the more answers that we are within. So meditation is key for this week and everything like that. When I was also really tuning into the energies that were around us, I really felt a lot of us were in our head about a topic like I was mentioning. And so whatever has been on your mind and your heart, I do feel like you'll be getting some answers that you need for clarity for this upcoming week and everything like that. So yeah, so that is definitely where that is at and everything like that. So that is definitely for sure, and everything of that nature. So that is definitely for sure of where that is at, and everything of that nature. So, but yeah, so that is there, and everything of that nature. So, but yeah, so those were kind of like the messages that were really coming up for this week right away in regard to that. So let us get into here to the cards for this week and everything like that. So I'm not gonna. Alrighty, so yeah, so I do apologize about that interruption there. But I'm not gonna lie, some of the cards are definitely feeling a love and romance as well. I mean, I'm gonna do a separate video for love and romance, but they definitely do feel love and romancy as well. So, um, that is where that is at. So, the very first card here is that we have is giving and receiving. So I feel like this is all about having balance. So I feel like that is that equilibrium of give and take, and where there is that balance and there is that flow in regard to whatever it is that you have your mind on and everything like that, or where you are thinking about doing. So I feel like some of you are going to be taking steps for a future project or a future plan that you are thinking about. So I feel like you are going to be taking steps forward. So I feel like some of you, this is in regard to an action planning as well. So that is very much where I am really feeling that balance. And I feel like that also really goes into that notion of self love and self care as well. Because right now it's kind of where we don't know where to put our energy. And I feel like that is causing us to lose that momentum. And I feel like that is causing a lot of people to feel that stuck feeling and everything like that. So that is kind of that where people are feeling that stuck feeling is in regard to love and romance and everything like that. Well, not love and romance, but anything in general is where I feel like we don't know what decision to make, and that's causing that imbalancement. And so we're trying to figure out how to proceed and everything like that. So and the energy that I'm also really feeling with that is that I definitely do feel like there is a little bit of caution in how to move forward. Not that it is anything bad with caution, as I don't feel like it's a warning or anything like that. It's just where making sure that it's all about the right timing. So, not trying to act impulsively or where um, you're acting irrationally is what I'm really hearing in regard to that. So, that is where that is at in regard to giving and receiving. So the next card here is that we have is win or lose, and um, this is all about the things can go either way, but I feel like it is up to us to be able to decide what direction that we are going to. So I feel like this is all about choosing our path, choosing our destiny, and everything like that. So, and I really feel like this is all about taking a stand, and being bold. And this is where Archangel Jophiel is coming in and really helping with that as well. And yes, I will say this is a twin flame soulmate card. So, those of you that are dealing with soulmates and twin flames, that is where um, the energy is that going back to that giving and receiving, the equilibrium. So that is really where that is at, and everything like that. So the next card here that we have is trust. So allowing yourself to trust in the process, trust and going with the flow and everything of that nature, and where things are really just aligning with going with the flow and everything of that nature. So, yeah, so that is where that is at and everything of that nature. So, that is about trusting in the process. And really, I mean, I know it's hard for us humans to trust in the process, but it is where when we are having our heart open and allowing things to happen and not trying to force things to happen is when we are able to trust in that process. And there's more moments of aha and more moments of like, oh my gosh, is this happening? I don't know why I'm getting that feeling all of a sudden. Um, interesting. And everything like that. So kind of going with the flow, allowing the timing to unfold naturally, not trying to force the timing, not trying to force things to happen. But if it is meant to happen, it will happen and everything like that. And you will know it within your heart and everything like that. So that is very much an interesting card to have. So the next card here is that we have is observe. So allowing ourselves to notice the signs. Archangel Metatron is really coming in and helping us to notice what is out there and allowing us to know that if we see signs from heaven, that they are directing us on our path. So whether you see pennies, same angel repeating numbers, or whatever it is that you are seeing, a sign from a loved one, on the other side for that matter, it is where you are noticing that, and there is a reason for that because they're with you at that exact moment. And your spiritual team is always with you, and your family on the other side is always with you, and everything like that. So, knowing that you are never alone, and I feel like that is a message for some people to hear, as I feel like knowing that you're not alone is a very important message for a lot of people right now. So, the next card here is that we have is teach. So lessons. That's where that life review came in. So I feel like we are just going through a bit of a soul lesson week. And everything like that. I mean, every day is a soul learning lesson experience that we have here on Earth before we go to the other side again. It is just where so that it's like a check mark. So we're completing the lessons, we're completing our destiny markers. So that is very much there, um, and everything of that nature. So the overall here is sacral chakra. So working on our sacral chakra would be very important for this week. Thinking of ways to unblock it because whenever this card is pulled or any of the chakra cards is where it's important to work on that chakra as it is blocked. And you can do so through frequency music or Reiki as well. It's a great way to be able to balance yourself when it comes to the sacral chakra, allowing yourself open to the possibilities of new ideas and inspirations. You may have that aha moment that you have been wanting as well. And Archangel Gabriel is very much here helping us with the creative aspect of things. Now, this is also pointing to that sexual energy, that chemistry. Yes, I will say that is part of the sacral chakra. Many people think it is associated with the root chakra or red, but honestly, orange is the color for uh, chemistry, for sexual wellness, and it is also related to health and um, the creating a wellness plan as well. So it can also create a wellness plan this week too. So that will be pretty good. And everything like that. So I mean, I have doctor's appointments this week that I'm going to. So that'll be very interesting. And everything like that. So Um, but yeah, so that is there. And we also have is strengthening bonds. So allowing whatever it is. and bless me. So whatever it is, allowing the strengthening bonds card to happen and allowing you to it will strengthen and develop more with whatever it is that you are feeling and everything like that. I'm surprised this isn't just love and romance because this sounds very love and romancy kind of message, but I'm curious when I do the love and romance reading is when what will come out of it. And we'll go ahead here. What deck do I want to use next? Let's go ahead here with the Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. You guys know how much I love, love, love that deck. So I'm going to put the mic down while I shuffle because it is a lot easier that way. So, what does everybody need to know for this week? What does everybody need to know for this week? I mean, oh, that's going to be an interesting. All right. So the first card here is that we have is listen. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desires manifestation. And quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. So the angels are wanting us to sit back, relax, and get in that quiet state and be able to listen to their guidance. So now is the time to take their advice. I would take that very seriously because that is the message of the week and all about going within. All right. Well, I just heard that Archangel Chamuel is here with us and is helping us within our relationships. So, your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving Creator as you feel safe and loved within. So shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. So, when you are feeling connected with other people, you have to feel connected within yourself, and that is a very major lesson. And I feel like that's why we are being called to go more within for this week, and everything like that. And when we are focusing on our goals, focusing on ourselves, and where we are having that interaction with ourself and God and our spiritual team is where we are going to feel connected to others as well, and everything like that. And that goes back to that balance card from the beginning. So that is there. So next is that we have is be honest with yourself. Look into your heart, and you will know the truth of the situation. It is safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus upon your true desire, and they will come to you upon angels' wings. So this will come from clarity after that contemplation of going within. And when you go within, you'll find that clarity and have that aha moment. So this is very much pointing to that aha moment that we will have when we are going within. So the next card here is that we have is release and surrender. We will show you that with blessings of your radiant love, open your arms and release the challenges that you held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. So knowing that love is real and knowing that when we let go of control of the situations and our outcomes and expectations, things just naturally happen. And I think that's a theme, kind of like allowing things to be whatever they're meant to be, and everything like that. So that is very interesting. And it can be for any situation, not just love and romance, but any situation. But that is what is popping up the most for this week. So I'm very curious of love and romance for when I do that. So the next card here is that we have is life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. So, again, leaning into our own dreams, our own ambitions that we want to contemplate on, and I feel like we'll find that we'll find the answer that we need for this week in regard to that. So that is really awesome. So I feel like the deck is very on point for this week. So we have is Saints and Angels by Doreen Virtue. I love it, love it, love it. Alrighty. So what does everybody need to know for this week? What does everybody need to know for this week? Boop-a-doo. Okay. Confidence. Saint Michael the Archangel. So we have here is confidence, believing in yourself and everything like that. I don't know why. Interesting. Okay. But anyway, having confidence within ourselves, believing in ourselves, um, knowing that we can do anything that we put our minds to do. And this is a very Archangel Michael card for sure. And everything like that. So we got that. We got that we have that confidence. Confidence, not cocky. You found it. Saint Anthony of Padua. So we found whatever it is that we are looking for. We got the answers that we need, and we definitely found it. The next card here is that we have is reward, and that is guardian angel. So we will get a reward. There will be a blessing that will come into our lives after we go through this whole week, and everything like that. So, or whenever you see this video and it's meant for you. So peaceful, Holy Spirit. So we will feel at peace within ourselves once we are able to gain that clarity, and that is kind of like the whole theme of it, you know. So we'll go here with the shadow work cards and see what is coming in. I feel like this is going to be a longer video than I thought it was. I always think that, but you know. But I know you guys don't mind. So we also have is shadow work. The shadow work deck. I don't know the author or anything like that. Okay. So what does everybody need to know for the week of April 26th? April 26th. Alrighty. Ooh, okay. Okay, some of you may feel a little triggered with this. I'm not gonna lie. Some of us may feel a little triggered with it, but that's okay. That'll be a moment of pause and understand why we are feeling triggered with these words. So first is that we have is needs denial, self-neglect, resentment, inner depletion. So what is it that we are feeling abandoned with? What are some of the things that we are neglecting within ourselves? So that is an important thing to think about and everything like that. So very important message and everything like that. So that is very, very much there. So love that card. It's very beautiful artwork. Be gentle with yourself. Self-compassion, permission, softness. So allowing yourself whenever you are feeling that needs denial, but allow yourself that love of self, love of you, um, allowing you to feel worthy of you, and allowing your voice to be heard, and one of that thing and stuff like that. So, one of the lessons that I was really going through myself for this week was where I was wanting, in a situation that I was in, is where I'm not going to go into the details of it, but I was wanting to be more where I was accepting of my whole self, including my spiritual side. So like being accepting, having acceptance of from other people, and the only way to do that is accepting myself for who I am. So, and that is the lesson. So, and that's the deeper meaning of what it is. So, um, and it can be a little scary going deeper within, but that is definitely a lesson of like allowing us to be accepting of ourselves. And I feel like that's what that card is representing, which is why I share that. And everything like that. So next is know it all. Overcompensation, defensiveness, and ego. And this is just basically letting go of that ego driven space and letting go of that we think we know all the answers, but we don't. And being okay with not knowing everything. Every day is a learning lesson. That's why we are here. So letting go of that ego and pride, and everything like that. So acceptance within oneself is very crucial. Alrighty, sorry about that interruption. I had a feeling something like that was going to happen, but that's what I get for trying to do a couple things at the same time. And everything of that nature. So, but yeah, so anyway, we do have Here is the Soul Journey by James Van Prague. And we'll go here with that one as well. And one of the other things that I was really thinking about was where, and during that pause was when I was thinking about that as well, where we're going within, having acceptance of ourselves and everything like that. And that was kind of like what I was feeling with the relationship aspect of things in the reading, is where I feel like it's allowing us to be vulnerable to other people, allowing the emotional connection, allowing that honesty within each party and everything like that. So that is there. So it's very interesting of a week. So the possibilities of what will happen this week are endless. So make it count for this week. As Jack would say from Titanic, definitely make it count. So I'm going to put the mic down while I shuffle. So we'll go ahead with the energy or the lessons of the week. What does everybody need to know for this week? What does everybody need to know? Ooh, interesting. That's very relevant. I think we have this card already. Okie dokie. So we have here is denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness, which is also going back to that needs denial. So, what are we not acknowledging within ourselves? What are we afraid of? What are we afraid of expressing? And that will lead us to the answers that we seek. So, that is a very interesting card. Next is that we have is honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself, which is very interesting in regard to that as well. This is allowing ourselves to be truthful, allowing expression, allowing that openness, like we were talking about, that sense of community. Is really where I was feeling earlier and everything like that. So we also have is growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So that is there. Growth, lessons, things will build, but gradually. You want things to build gradually because otherwise they fall apart quickly if they grow too fast. So that is very much there. And everything of that nature. And where it is that way. And everything of that nature. So, but yeah, so that brings us, well, I almost forgot the one card that I always draw at the end, which is the Soul Truth deck. My goodness, people. I am forgetting the most important deck of them all, which is the Soul Truth deck here. Let me go ahead and draw a card. I'm realizing that this is a very, very long video. Okay, so what does everybody need to know for this week? What does everybody need to know for this week? Okay. Oh, if I had a magic wand and could do it, if I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Hmm? Wow. Burn with desire. There is power in your desire. Let them be your fuel today. Your desire are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. Today's soul action. Today, go inward. Your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. So, that is a very beautiful message after all of that, and everything of that nature. So, without further ado, well, I guess this will be another card because the angels. I was about to put it away, but the angels stopped me and said, "Read it." And I was like, "Okay," because normally we just have one. But how can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? Wow. If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Buddha. Today's soul action: choose one self-care action to do today. Set stronger boundaries. Meditate and listen to your heart. Check. Speak to yourself with compassion. Check. Focus on your strength. Check. Say no to something that isn't a soul yes. Check. Say yes to something that you are afraid of. Let go of what you cannot control. Stay far away from drama and negativity. Ask for help and allow it. Write down 3 things that you are grateful for. So, that is the name of the game. And everything of that nature. So, but yeah, so that brings us to the end of the reading, everybody. I thank you very much for stopping by and giving me a listen to. I'm just putting away the cards while we are talking. And everything like that. So I definitely appreciate you stopping by and giving me a listen to. And if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the like button as well for all the notifications of when I go live, and of course when I go live, and of course when I post a new video as well. and everything of that nature. So, that is where that is at. And if you would like to get a personalized reading with me, you can visit me on my Etsy page at Angel Soul Blessings 777. And remember that the podcast special of the month is 30% off all readings. And if you don't want to go through Etsy, you can always use one of the other options that are listed in the description below for payment as well. And if you'd like to submit your own question to the podcast, feel free to do so. And that is where that is at, and everything of that nature. So, but yeah, so that brings us to the end of the video. I thank you very much for joining me, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, everybody. And I am sending you all so much love, angel blessings, and I will talk with you all later. Bye, everybody.